think we're on. This is RV Lady coming to you from a little north of Coos Bay, Oregon, and starting the RV Women Hangout in 1 minute. And if anybody would like to be on the panel, I did send out invitations with the address of the panel itself, which YouTube tells me is the way for people to crap. Let me do this. I didn't mute myself. And hi, Kelly. Hi, Adele. I'm hoping that you guys got invitations. Let me look what I've got. Okay. No. I'm going to show more. Say something. Oh, here we go. Let's just do that. That, I believe, is, oh, and it's 4 o'clock. I have just in the comment section of the chat listed the link to this hangout. And if anybody cares to join the hangout, they are more than welcome as long as they are female. And so Adele.
Hi.
You're always the first one on. Through the link, I believe is, oh, and it's 4 o'clock. Did you come in the comment section of the chat listed the, oh my, no, can you hangout? And if they care to join the hangout, they are more than welcome as long as they are female. Me or you? Okay. So Adele.
Hi.
You're always the first one on. Adele.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I must have unmuted the other one.
Okay. That was making me a little crazy because I'm like, Adele? No.
I was looking. I found it. I had muted it. But it I must have did something that unmuted it. So
yeah.
I got it straight.
Well, no. What I had done was unmuted it somehow. Unmuted mine. Okay. Here we are with Adele, as always, showing up first for the out. And I did put in the comment section a link that I believe will get you into the live portion of the panel. Hi, Think Big. And so you can join if you want. I also sent that same address or link or whatever it's called to each one of you in the invitation that I had kind of a chat with YouTube person over this week, and they were giving me little pieces of advice and things like that. I don't really know why they contacted me. I don't have a lot of subscribers, and yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Let's see. I don't think my name shows. I'm Cindy RVing my way. Okay. Let me see if I can find you, Cindy RVing. Let's see right here. The two things that I wanted to talk about are the RVing my way. There goes your invite. And all you have to do is get the invite. It should be in the notification area of your YouTube. And then, click on the button and join in. Okay, and again, anybody who wants to join in on the comment section is the, whatever that's called, address. Okay, the two things that I was going to talk about was number one is I did end up finally going to the Surfwood RV Park, and that was the one that I was so hot to trot about. Boy, did I learn my lesson. But anyway, it was worth was educated this week about things like really, really, really bad teeth. That's what that means. Now, the basically the property, I think it has 142 spaces on, I want to say it was 16 or 17 acres. The property itself is fine. Deb, the RN, is joining us now. And she looks like a little dog. Oh, come on. You gotta show yourself. Basically, welcome. And I think is this like the first time you've been on, RV Deb?
Yeah.
RN?
Yep. In
Okay,
fact, it's the first time I've managed to even catch the show because for some reason on Sunday afternoon, I'm busy.
Okay. I was talking concerning the Surfwood RV Park, and basically, I think I expressed in my videos of late my feelings and whatever on the subject. I think the reputation of the property uh, probably kills it for the purposes that I had in mind, only in that, for probably years and years to come, there will be drug addicts drifting through, and they're not going to be us. So anyway, the other thing that I wanted to discuss today was familiar with are you girls familiar with it? Handbrake? Anybody? Okay. Let's go with nobody knows anything about it. Now, Yarv actually introduced me to Handbrake. And what that does is it takes your uploaded video that you have created and edited, you dump it into this software called Handbrake, and it condenses it so that it is a very quick upload to YouTube. What do you think?
Wonderful.
Okay, thanks. I think it's really wonderful too, and that's because I'm out here with anything that I can do to shorten that upload. I don't know. Adele, how long does it take you to upload a video?
I've never uploaded a video.
Oh, why do I think I watched the video?
No, I've never.
Okay. RN Deb?
Well, I have a story. When I used to upload, first of all, I've never edited anything. It's first time go right on to YouTube.
Right.
I did it from my cell phone. And I never had any issues about uploading from my cell phone in a timely manner. Now, once it got uploaded, it took some time to process, but that was all on the YouTube issue side, and the upload was done. However, I have a new cell phone, and the new cell phone has not been nearly as easy to work with, and I've had to upload to my computer and then try to upload to YouTube, and the one time I tried it, I finally gave up.
Now, yep. See, I've never tried to do anything from my phone, and I probably I mean I have an iPhone, but I want to say that it's like the third or fourth iPhone. It's not like I'm not compulsive about upgrading because Apple says upgrade. I'm
Right.
more of let's see, it works. I'm going to keep it.
Yep.
So, I haven't tried that. I don't even know that I upgrade the software for the iPhone. So I don't even know what it can do. But
I have Android, and the videos that I have up on my channel are all done from an iPhone or an Android phone. And I am just not. I'm content interested. I'm not technology interested. So, so what? It's a little screwy or a little shaky or whatever. The content is what I'm trying to share, not my expertise as a movie maker.
yeah, ditto. I feel the same way. And a lot of people actually do expect you to, I don't know, be like a movie maker. Yeah, no, I'm not interested in learning
And
that.
no, unless Hollywood contacts me
But
with, some really big bucks, I'm just not. I just don't feel I have to become Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody needs to feel that way. Oh, Pamela.
Hi, buddy.
Hello.
So anyway, to answer your question, I had no trouble when I used my first phone. My second phone is giving me some issues, but I'm about to buy my third phone, and I will make sure that my third phone goes back to working quite well.
Yeah, I see Janice Adams has in the comments that it takes her 40. Who's that? 40 minutes up to an hour, and uh, that's how long it takes. Wow. Now,
We've got a YouTube channel open someplace.
now Pamela, it must be you.
Is it me?
Yeah, do
Let me
you have
check.
another, you have two windows open?
Hang on, let me check. I thought I muted it. Yeah, I got it muted.
Oh, okay. Well, something was, okay, well,
I don't know.
I don't either. No, I don't hear it now either.
Oh, that's because I got dropped. Am I still on?
Still here.
Yeah,
Well, that's weird.
I see you.
I see you.
Okay.
You're good. You probably just closed the my channel, the way you got in, and it opens up a new window, and then you end up with two windows open, which is
Okay, I can't find the window that I have. There it is. I found you.
okay.
Go
Yep.
ahead. I had two windows open.
Okay. Yeah, because what happens is that there's a delay on the videoing. Few minutes, or not a minute, like 30 seconds to the actual video that's being shown. And so when you have another window open, the voice is behind. It makes it harder to deal with life. And there it is again. What is that? Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to look at the comments and also comment about them for you. Now, so let's finish our conversation about the handbrake. Handbrake, spelled with one word, Handbrake, is a software, as I said, RV introduced me to, and it compresses and puts the video out, and it probably takes me anywhere from 30 seconds to I think the longest I ever went was like a 10 or 12-minute video. I think it took me 7 to, and then and then be able to get off my wife. So yeah, and I can try to walk everyone through that if you're interested. If not, we'll just talk about other stuff. What do you think?
I would appreciate it if you would type what you're saying over in the conversation so we get the right word?
For Handbrake?
Oh,
What
Handbrake?
are you saying? Yeah, is it? I'm not sure. I know you spelled it, but honey, you're breaking up part of the time.
Okay, yeah, I noticed everybody is. Okay, I will put it over there. Okay, can I talk and do this at the same time? I don't know. Okay, Handbrake is the software. There you go.
Okay. I
Uh,
thought you were saying ham as in a pig.
no, okay, no. Hand as in,
Got it.
but basically, the audio is breaking up very, very badly. Okay.
I might suggest that you try turning down your volume.
What? Okay, let me go to the controller real fast. I can't control that here. I cannot. Let's do that. Okay, how's that? Is that any better? I don't
Sounds
know.
okay at the moment.
Sorry?
Sounds okay at the moment.
Okay, good. It's always hard for me to make a determination on this because I'm on my Verizon MiFi device,
Right.
and I'm sitting in, basically, I have, I thought, pretty good signal, and so I figured it was okay to go for it. And this is why I love to have people who want to, time to eat, time to. Somebody wrote that. That was pretty funny. Okay, that's
I'll be
fine.
back later. I've got to go eat.
Okay. That's why it's nice for me to have people who want to do backup, so that I can call on people at the last moment and say, OMG, I'm not going to be able to do this. Okay, now I'm related Handbrake. Okay. There's a lot of different softwares out there, and I suppose what I'm trying to accomplish, for all of us, is an easy way for us to upload while we're on the road and not use all of our MiFi time uploading. Before I started using Handbrake, it would often take, 40 minutes to an hour, like what Janice Adams said, for me, and depending on where I was and, how close I was to. Once you get out, still hearing audio in background, is someone multitasking? Probably. I don't really hear anything, and my voice still keeps breaking up. Is that the way we're going here?
No, your voice is okay for me now,
Okay.
and I don't have any background noise now either. What does happen on occasion is you freeze.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that happens with every video,
Yep.
every live stream that anybody puts out, is that every once in a while, everything freezes and then it kind of all catches up at one time or something.
Yep. Susan, can I suggest that maybe you try refreshing your page and see if it gets any better, and if not, let us know again?
The difficulty with that is refreshing the page could stop the Hangout altogether.
No,
So,
not you, dear. I wanted Susan to try, not you.
One of the ladies in the chat.
oh,
In
okay.
the chat.
Okay. Yeah, anybody who is having difficulty, if you use the, just refresh your page and see if that makes it any better. Sometimes it is um, the combination of all of our internet that just decides not to cooperate. And that could be what's going on. Hello from Donna. Hello.
Nana's Joy would like to join.
I can send her a link.
I will send her a link. We had problems doing this last week.
They're also interested in your campground that you were going to buy.
Yeah.
Thinking about, they would like to hear more about that.
Okay. It's called Surfwood. It is currently listed by LoopNet. If you're not familiar with LoopNet, all they do is commercial property. Now, I spoke about this property a couple months ago in regards to purchasing, getting a bunch of property where we can call that home base, until we're dead. And park our RVs there and have a cooperative setting of growing your own food and, and each other and a good time. Basic everybody, what's going to happen is at some point the Department of Motor Vehicles is going to take away our driver's licenses and say you cannot drive anymore. In which case, when that happens for me, I want to be able to park my RV someplace that is home and then illegally drive some other vehicle until I get caught and thrown in jail. Now, for this property was, I believe it was 16 acres. It had 142 spaces, RV spaces. Most of the spaces are pull-through. It is unfortunately right, and when I say right on Highway 101, I mean right there. And so all the traffic and noise of Highway 101 is definitely heard in the park. Now, for those of you who have not watched my videos on this subject, I pulled into the RV park and got out with my camera and started taking video of the park, basically so that I could share it with anybody who was interested in knowing more about it. They told me which space to go to. I went to that space, and then I was just supposed to come back to the office and complete registration. Now what happened is the owner, okay, I have to tell you this. All of these people that I interacted with while I was there all have meth mouth. Now that I know what that is, I was shocked at the decay that was in these people's mouths. It was just atrocious. But anyway, I didn't know. I was under the impression it was something, more biological, but I suppose that's
no fluoride in the water.
But got in my RV supposed to go to, and I had my camera, and I'm taking pictures or images, video, and past the owner, and I took his video. I mean, I assumed he was the owner. I had no idea who he was really, but I no more than got the Suzuki unhooked from the RV, and the owner came and kicked me out of the RV park for videotaping. And I was like, what? What?
That's really strange.
My God. Well, once it was explained to me that all of these people that I'd come across were meth heads, then it made sense. They're probably all wanted by the...
Could be.
They're poking it there for all I know. And you know, and here I am just running through, and for all they knew, I was DEA. You know, just coming in there as an old woman, you know, hello, parking my RV. Oh, let me take some video. You know, and basically after I left, which I didn't, you know, I was all right with that. You know, I got in the RV, I hooked up the Suzuki and got in the RV and took off. Um, but what was interesting about that was when I did land in a campsite, listing realtor and said, you know, what? What's the deal with those people? Anyway, he is station, and that property. If any of you have been following this, at one point the property was under contract. Now, I don't know what that means. I know what an escrow is, but under contract to me means okay, nothing. But the property did enter into escrow. A man who has owned or does own RV parks was a guy that was going to buy it, and uh, basically he dropped out. And I think he probably dropped out. Well, according to the real estate guy, he wasn't being really specific, but I think much of it had to do with um, the reputation of the property,
Mm-hmm.
and um, and that is really a huge thing.
Yeah.
Is known on all the media, you know, the YouTubes and the what's that other one, Facebook and stuff like that. As a it has a reputation as a, you know, meth place. Um, but the property itself wasn't bad. The proximity to the Highway 101 was a no. The other thing, I mean, for me, that was just a no. I mean, it would have been possible to have, you know, animals and whatnot there, okay, because they wouldn't have been able to get up to the 101, and that front of that RV park could have been the, you know, farm, if you will, but there was nothing growing there. There was no grass. There were lots of bushes that separated the pull-throughs, which was nice. But as far as some kind of vegetation for animals to graze on, none. So that was that. I mean, in my opinion, this is all my opinion, and everybody gets to express their opinion the way they want to go. And part of this idea for me is having chickens and having, you know, slaughtering our own meat and all that stuff, so that we don't have to deal with growth hormones and what else are they feeding? The GMOs and all of that stuff.
Antibiotics. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
What
crazy.
state? What states are you specifically interested?
I'm in Oregon. I'm in Oregon. The property is located in Reedsport, Oregon, and it is north of Coos Bay. Here, I'm writing it down. Reedsport.
So what specific states do you want to purchase this land? The idea I find very appealing.
Oh,
But do you have some specific states that you want to pursue this in?
well, I was thinking Oregon would be good because they don't have any sales tax. Now, I was also considering southern Oregon and not, you know, northern or eastern. Um, I am not a big fan of being cold ever, and I don't do snow ever, and I don't do no sun. Long story short, I think that there is probably something that meets the criteria a little bit inland away from the coast, but it needs to be kind of close to a metropolitan city that has top-notch medical care.
Mm-hmm.
So My plan for this is, I mean, in my head, the way I have created this wonderful community is,
Little Utopia.
sorry?
It's called the Little Utopia.
Yes, it is. It is actually a little utopia. Uh, but, you know, I picture somewhere where we can drive to cultural events if we want. It may take us an hour and we may have to stay overnight or something like that, but at least it would be there. You know, I'm not altogether uncertain that the property that I looked at in McKinleyville, California, might not fit the bill. But again, I guess the town is full of meth heads. What's with the meth thing? What's with this meth thing? How did I miss that in all the drugs that I've done?
Yeah, well,
I guess
as long as we can isolate to one side or the other of them, they can do whatever they want. We've been doing it for years with alcohol. So, you know, I don't appreciate it. I don't utilize it. But, yeah, you know, if we can figure out a way to coexist, then as long as they stay out of my life.
yeah, and that's basically what has, um, you know, the reputation of the Surfwood property in Reedsport, Oregon, will be there for years. It is 15 years in development. So it's going to take at least that long for that reputation to escape it. The other thing that, you know, may or may not be of consequence is that uh, the city of Coos Bay, which is, I don't know, 10 or 12 miles away from Reedsport, maybe up to 20 miles, I'm not even sure. But they are been in the works for, I think it's 6 or 7 years. Some large corporation is going to come to Coos Bay and affect the city and the area. And whether for the good or the bad, there will be people coming into the Coos Bay area looking to this giant corporation that I don't even know what the name of it is because I stopped paying attention. But they are basically at the end of their environmental assessment, and then that thing's going to come in, and it's apparently something like 5,000 people, and here, and that would be the 101. So I didn't think that sounded particularly attractive. That and the fact that it's, you know, inconsistently sunny. I'm saying that on a positive instead of like, it's always cloudy. I think there is some, some place where it's sunny but cool, doesn't get extremely hot, has water, has growable soil, and it's just a matter of figuring, and has, you know, it may be cold, but it doesn't get down to, you know, wind chill factor of 50 below.
Right.
It's just a matter of figuring out where that is.
And you said no snow, even if it's, you know, gone in 6 hours. No snow. In other words, Colorado is pretty much out.
Too hilly. The you know, and I'm looking at this. Let me just explain how I look at this. I'm not looking at this as something to utilize now. I'm looking at this as something to utilize in 10 years. You know, I will be.
You are suggesting that we start making moves to invest now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, while the dollar is what it is now, it's not going to get any better.
No, that's what I was thinking too.
So, you know, basically, this is my projected 10, 15, 20 years down the road. Would I like to get something now using these, the value of the dollar now? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just and also a turnkey operation. Excuse me. We're all in RVs. Our hookups are all on one side. You know, something that we can pull into as owners and literally put our RVs in a space, hook it up to everything, turnkey. So the rest of our time is spent saying, oh, gee, you know, this would be really great if the landscaping was this way. And, you know, if we cut this tree down, we're going to be able to get, you know, the sunset view. I don't know. But, you know, basically dealing with things that don't matter as opposed to sewer lines and electricity and things like that. But, and I'm also looking for something that is affordable for everyone. You know, I'm thinking that if everybody can do an investment to ownership of maybe $15,000 to $20,000, then it's affordable for everyone to be able to participate in this. And then, you know, basically for the rest of your life, all you pay is for your utility usage. So, yeah, rabbits too, Janice. Yeah, we're gonna have rabbits. I have no idea what that's about, but I just saw rabbits too. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think that for people who are RVers, who have chosen this life or who want to have this life, I want to have this life always. I am not interested in going back to my brick and mortar house. I'm really not. There's places. And I want to, I don't know, be able to explore for the rest of my life. And Alabama. I've thought about the Southeast, Alabama, Georgia. What else is over there? Tennessee might be a little too high. Mississippi. Mississippi seems good. It's not too far from the ocean or the Gulf, and it's got a lot of cultural things to do within a short distance. And plus, you can jump on a really great airplane and be in New York City in 2 hours. Mm-hmm. And to me, that is, you know, a wonderful. So, yeah, I want it all. I want everything. I always have, you know, and then I just work towards getting that. And, you know, if it came along. But, yeah, Alabama is beautiful. So is Georgia. So is Mississippi. You know, they're all gorgeous. And I love the Gulf of Mexico. Who doesn't love the Gulf? I think it's beautiful. Yeah, but has state income tax. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is getting to one of those states where we can eliminate either property taxes or something can be eliminated. Now, doing it this way, doing it as a group, as a
consortium,
as a partnership.
Yes. Partnership, okay.
Corporate. It would be a corporate partnership. It does lend us to a better tax situation. As a property, it would be a better tax situation as opposed to your residential home where the assayer's office just, you know, screws you over any chance that they get. But corporate IRS rules are mildly different. So Alabama gets very hot in the summer, absolutely. That's why I said Mississippi. And the other thing to consider about Alabama and Georgia and Mississippi are bugs. Big bugs. And mosquitoes that can pint at a time. something else to consider. And I've said this for years, living in California for as long as I have, that uh, in Southern California we don't have any bugs anymore because we've put down so many pesticides that not only have we ruined the water, we've also killed every bug within, 200 miles. All of those states in the South have humidity situations that aren't good for the motorhome or the RVs. And that has to be considered as well. Humidity is just death to an RV. And, and then you get into the rust factor, which is in Oregon, Washington, or Northern California, etc. You get into rust issues. And I'm not altogether sure that the Southwest isn't worth a real hard look. Say Arizona. So, but Arizona, maybe some parts of Texas around San Antonio or that area, might be pretty good. But no children, kind of a senior thing. Well, that what we can do is what this campground does, which I just adore, is they have yurts. They have constructed yurts for people. They just drive in and then they utilize the yurts. The yurt is basically beds and a table and a couple of chairs, and that's it. That's bunk bed type styles or something like that. But the Utah's too cold, Gina. Okay. The yurt concept, they're portable. We can put them wherever we want. And then when people come to visit, family that are young children. God, I'm going to sound like a monster right now. Over there, a yurt. But, far from disturbing us, but that's terrible. And, my daughter's 28. She's going to have kids, and, I'm sure I'm going to love them. But for right now, I don't want to hear them. I just don't.
We need to contain the little monsters. We need to contain the little monsters.
In a yurt. But let's see. I see you all talking about different areas. I basically what has to happen is to ask what parks are that you think would be interesting. If somebody is in Alabama or somebody is in Mississippi or if somebody is in Georgia and somewhere there's a, RV park that's for sale, then by all means go check it out. That's basically what I was doing driving up to Oregon, was to come up and look at this Surfwood RV Park full of meth heads and become educated in meth.
I just need to clarify one thing about your RV park in Oregon.
Yeah.
You're indicating that it sits or borders very closely to the 101 on some aspect of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the entire west side of the property is on Highway 101.
And then, what is the acreage again of it?
I believe it's I believe it's 18 acres.
I'm sorry, you cut out.
Oh, 18 acres. 18 acres.
But we really don't know whether that's 18 acres of 101 or is it?
The 18 acres to the west of the property is bordered by Highway 101.
Okay.
Okay.
A great deal of Highway 101 would be involved in that piece of property.
Well, it does serve as a border, so yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
But I
The,
would think that we could potentially end up with a lot of noise from the highway, that
exactly.
type of thing.
Yeah. And if Coos Bay ends up becoming this industry mecca of whatever industry it's going to be, I think it has something to do with the fishing business or something. But, you know, then there's going to be increased traffic on 101.
Right.
Apparently, they stopped cutting the trees down in this area, and subsequently, the timber trucks no longer blare up and down the road. But, you know, if that should come back, then those things are really noisy, and those Jake brakes will make you just crazy.
Right.
So it's, you know, to me, it's not worth. I mean, let's keep in mind it's 18 acres or whatever it is. 18 acres gives you a lot of room to move back away from the road, away from the sound of the road. You know, a sound we have in LA and San Diego and other large cities so that the sound of the traffic isn't as completely annoying as it is. You know, that could happen, but the reputation of the land, I just don't think that in 10 years I'm going to want to live there. And that's how I look at it.
Right.
Do I want to live there in 10 years? No.
It doesn't sound like it's the one we ought to look at this very moment.
Well, I did an assessment of an RV park that is not quite for sale, but they would certainly entertain offers in McKinleyville, California, and it was called Widow White Creek RV Park. Creek, yeah. And again, it is an RV park that borders on the 101. It's not as large as, well, okay, I don't remember how large it is. But the 101 and the RV park itself are buffered by trees and a creek. So in order for anybody to come over from the 101 through the woods, they're going to have to come through a very dense amount of wood, and that's also a sound buffer. Now, for some of you who listened while I made that video, you could still hear the road. And once again, you get into the how much of that do we really want to hear? You know, how loud are the televisions going to have to be in order for us not to hear the traffic on the 101? So, you know, this is the beginning as far as I'm concerned. I'm certainly not going to stop looking. And once I find a piece of property, I feel confident that I will be able to find enough co-owners to go in, especially at $15,000 or $20,000. Take 50 people. That basically is a $700,000 to $800,000 property. You know, for $20,000, I think it would be a $1 million property. But you know, once again, the economy is working in our favor, and so my feeling is, you know, let's utilize that. And my 15 minutes of hangout one are over. Be back. Okay. Bye, Paul. POV. Basically, that is, you know, my dream is to buy an RV park. I want it to be someplace where it's conducive for me and others to live for whatever time they have left. And it has to be near a hospital or, you know, some kind of medical center.
Right.
So that when I have a coronary pulling carrots out of the ground, somebody can like life flight me to the hospital.
Right.
But for me in particular, I don't want any place that's damp, and I don't want any or humid, you know, whatever, and I don't want any place that is of high altitude.
Yeah.
And, thinner oxygen, harder on your heart, your arteries, whatever. So, basically that's the concept.
I keep thinking Four Corners area.
And that might not be a bad idea. It's kind of the right temperature. It's a long way. Well, I don't know.
High winds, tornadoes. You have to worry about high winds and tornadoes.
For me or Adele. Okay, Adele, you broke up a little, or I did. I don't know which.
Okay, I said tornadoes and high winds in the Four Corners.
That's right. Yeah, we're in RVs. The last thing that we want is a tornado watch.
Yeah.
An actual.
We have to deal with tornadoes in the Four Corners area? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think they're out of that, the tornado trough, or whatever they call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've driven across on the 40 from California to New Mexico, and I have seen tornadoes in the far distance.
Right.
And definitely clouds, thunderclouds, thunder and lightning, whatever, that could, lead to it. But, that's not a reason to go check it out, because, we're capable of going online or whatever and finding out how much the weather affects any particular area. Now, I think we should all move to the Yucatan, and of course I'll have my, video coverage of that when I get to
We're going to look out of if we're going to look out of the U.S., let's go to Ecuador.
I have no problem looking out of the U.S. There are some serious things to consider, especially, say, with Ecuador specifically. In order to expat to Ecuador, in order to get residency, you have to pay them $25,000.
Yeah, okay, well, that took care of that conversation.
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of those South American countries are wising up to the fact that Europeans and Americans are shooting themselves down into those countries so that they can have better water, better food, better living, better life. But they're nailing you with this documentation cost of $25,000. Now, Mexico doesn't do that. Mexico actually prefers you just get out. Belize might not be a bad idea. But I'm going to go down there. The thing I don't like about Belize is that they have crocodiles, alligators, whatever they're called. The snakes.
Right.
Yeah. And Australia sounds great. Australia, I'm down. I would.
They got bugs the size of dinner plates.
In Australia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I know, but they have kangaroos and koalas. And,
yeah, they do.
You got all sorts of stuff. I figure that we can bring right in by,
It says that our RV doesn't float to Australia.
Well, I know, but we'll rate for multiple shippings on one of those cargo ships.
Yeah. I think we need to keep looking at the U.S., I think, from what I'm hearing here.
I do, too.
Now, I have another question in your scenario here.
Yeah.
What about those of us that would want to go to this area sooner than what you particularly are talking? Are we going to develop the property in the near future, or are you? What is your projection here?
My projection is sometime in the next 2 years
To develop it.
to own it, be there, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
I do not want to buy raw land. That is a nightmare in the making, and I don't want to go there. And no, John McAfee does not live there. Yeah, he lives in Tennessee now and in San Francisco. But his house is empty. So I'm thinking going down there and getting John's house. But basically, I'm looking to a couple of years. I want to. I'm spending the. I'm going in January. Okay, I'm going in January to the Yucatan. I am coming back before hurricane season, so that's August, September. I'll be back. And then I'm going to winter in Arizona or Southern California um, until the weather clears up and I can go north again and look. But basically, I'm devoting the next 2 years to finding something that is suitable, and then hopefully having partners already involved so that everybody has a chance to go and preview the property before actually paying for it. I can't imagine that everybody's going to take my word for it. But who knows? But basically, that's kind of my utopian dream is and it's all nice and healthy, and we can stay healthy and vital for as long as we can.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do. And none of that for me takes place in a town that has a supermarket that GMOs their food and doesn't bother to tell anybody or microwaves it or whatever it is. And, basically creating our own society that we can pass on. This would be a share that is, what is that called when you die? It becomes part of your estate, your personal estate. Of course, you have to be a certain age to live there, and blah 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 blah. And there would be a bazillion rules that do that. But someplace where we can have our dogs off the leash, or have your cat run outside, and have chickens and horses and cows and whatever else it is that we need, and rabbits. To survive is basically what I'm thinking. A joyous life, and that's warm most of the year. Absolutely, I have no desire to ever walk outside and see ice, and then think, "Oh my God, I'm going to fall." I have just no desire for that. Let's see, what is this? So I have 2 years to save up my welfare check. Also known as Social Security. Well, we'll see how long Social Security really lasts. Our economy, I think, is just so volatile. And I don't know about any of you, but I lost money in the last crash. It's just you wake up and you look at the news and think, am I going to make it to 90? But we'll be.
Is it a possibility to involve investors?
No.
You want just the people that want to have a stake in the property involved in the financing of the property?
I think that the price will be affordable enough for just about anyone to be able to buy into the partnership. Okay. And the partnership is going to be limited.
I love to hear your words, but I fear that the financial realities of that may cut an awful lot of us out.
Well, again, this is all up for discussion. The difficulty in securing financing for something like this, it is zoned commercial property, so it has to be a commercial loan. However, we're not using it for commercial purposes. We're using it for residential purposes, which gets you into a real mucky muck when it comes to financing. Now, sure, can somebody come in and guarantee the loan? Yeah. But yeah, creating a private retirement community of all people who are vested as opposed to investors who are expecting some kind of return on their money without the expectation of return. And I don't have any desire. I don't want to do that.
You cut it. Say that one more time. You cut out for me. I don't know if you cut out for anybody else.
Basically, when you open up the arena to investors, investors expect a return on that investment. Getting a commercial loan for the purposes of a private RV park may not be doable. I don't know. I do not know what game banks are playing anymore.
Right.
So, I figure that comes down to, at the time, taking a hard look at how much each person can contribute, what their balance is, et cetera, et cetera. There's always a way to work out things. Find a preacher, put a little. No, RVing my way, we can all become preachers, and each one of our RVs can be our church. And then we can travel around to everybody's RV and be their congregation.
Man, you've got this worked out to a fine art.
Yeah, there are ways around everything, and I think all we have to do is ask corporate America, and they found all the ways around everything.
Maybe we just need to develop a name for our own religion.
Oh yeah,
the church of the motor coach or something of that nature.
The Church of the RV. Church of the the Church of the RV. The Church of, what could RV stand for other than recreational vehicle? Okay, I'll be thinking about that. But basically there has to be a created corporation, and all that's for tax purposes. And then with no investors, lump our money together. If we can lump our money together and go get a conventional loan, fabulous. If that's not the case, and everybody's credit isn't going to be good, and there are going to be people that cannot for whatever reason part with whatever amount of money that they have, there is a lot of things to consider, and avoiding taxes would absolutely be a great one. But it's RV Church of Life. I like that. That's a good one. I think that all we have to do is recognize and identify what the problem is, and then just figure out what the solution is, unlike what our government does. So, I think that this is a very doable situation, and I'm seriously looking towards the next 2 years of getting this done. But again, I have no intention. I mean, other than visiting, like, once a year, I don't have any intention until when the police department pries my driver's license out of my hand, that's when I'll go there like full time, and then just drive illegally. But it's going to have to be something like that. I just can't drive anymore, and I can't find anybody to drive me around. But yeah. And that's kind of, I'm reading Sue Moore's comment, and it says that it's likely to need to be a cash purchase or mostly cash to qualify. Yeah, basically, and I don't think that this has changed for conventional loan banking. If you walk in with 40% down, they'll finance you. They don't even care. They will absolutely finance you, and they will absolutely foreclose on you really quickly if you don't make all the payments. So as I'm saying, there are ways around this, and there is math involved, which takes me out. But that financial advisors and that sort of thing comes in. Religious vixen. Well, it's not going to be all women, so this is going to be a man-woman situation. And how much fun would that be? A bunch of women sitting around? No, and no. Let's not even go there. I can't even go there mentally. That'd be awful. Yeah, I think that something like this is inevitable for people who are inevitable way to stop. Oh yeah, self-driving RVs, that would rock. Then I'm never going to stop. That would really piss me off, to buy some land and then find out that all I have to do is spend $10,000 and I can turn my RV into a. So, but again, I don't think that anything should be ruled out, and that's true. We could do a GoFundMe retirement community. That would be awesome. And the other way to go, and I mentioned this before, and everybody said no, which was, we could sell the concept, to a studio in Hollywood, and they could come and record us and basically pay for everything. So, that would be a way to go too. But
a reality show.
Exactly. It would be a reality show. And we can have little contests, like, who can eat the most eggs?
Who can talk the longest without taking a breath?
Yeah, who can go the longest without their oxygen tank? But that's kind of my plan. And I think finding the place is actually going to be harder than finding the money. So I think the go for me, or go for whatever it's called, funding, I think that's hysterical, and I would definitely do that because I think that's funny. And it would be interesting to see how many people would contribute. And it would probably be a lot of people that are living on Social Security in some horrible building with a bunch of other old people, and they're like, "I'll send you $5 if I can live my career."
Two farts smell like eggs.
Oh God! Who wrote that? Sorts of eggs. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, really. Women don't fart.
Oh. Oh.
Maybe we should exclude them, because I think they're the,
the part
that fart.
Are you living in La La Land or what?
Most of my life. But basically, that's kind of the concept. As far as the Handbrake thing goes, anybody who wants to know about it, just let me know. And what we'll do is a private hangout, and I'll put it up on the screen and show you how to do it. And it's actually really easy and pretty fast. And
the one thing that you need to be aware of that showed up over here is that Handbrake compresses, right? It compresses the video.
Yes.
One of the side chatters indicated that YouTube also compresses the video.
YouTube has its own parameters for the videos. Okay. Now, for example, I can upload a video in HD. Okay. And some of my videos I do upload in HD. Unless it's just me sitting talking about nothing, then I don't. And the reason for that is because, you know, it would just scare y'all to see me really clearly.
Right.
So anyway, when YouTube grabs it, it looks at the parameters that it is and then converts it to YouTube parameters and then uploads it into its system. It doesn't change the general content. You know, if I say HD, it loads it in HD. If I say 480, then it takes it in 480. Is how I understand it. I spent, I don't know, this past week. Don't ask me what day because I don't remember. Well, I don't know, 45 minutes, a half hour, 45 minutes with a guy from YouTube and doing well, I mean, we did a hangout thing. And a lot of really interesting things and things that I'm supposed to do in order to make my channel more something. And, you know, basically guiding towards a successful channel. And, you know, what do you want your channel to be? Memory. My memory.
Yes, right.
That's basically what this is, my memory. So, you know, I learned a lot of things from him, and they contacted me. They have maybe contacted others, but they sent me a thing that said, hey, do you want to do this? And I wrote back, and this was like months ago, sure. And then it took me months to actually connect with them because it was like I was out of range, or I was this or that, or, you know, whatever. But, you know, it was kind of interesting and enlightening to watch that guy show me so many things. And he was the one who said, you know, just put the address in and everybody can just click on that address, and if they want in the chat they can get it. Oh, okay, that sounds good to me. Anything that's, you know, easy, I'm down. I don't need any more complications. But campground for sale in Kentucky. Kentucky floods, and parts of it flood. And I don't actually mind Kentucky. I think it's gorgeous. Tennessee is gorgeous. The rivers there, the things to do, outdoor things to do, are endless. And it's not very far from the ocean, which makes it real nice. And it's easy to jump on an airplane and go to a metropolitan city and, you know, drown yourself in culture until you can't stand it anymore. And then you want to go back to the mountains of Kentucky. But it does a bit. With this climate changing that it seems to be going on, who knows what's going to be what in 10 years? I don't know. I've tried to have the internet look into the future for me, but unfortunately, it doesn't do that. What's that? But for 10 years from now. But there are a lot of places that, very private lots of trees, minutes from Kentucky and Barkley Lakes, $39,000 or make offer. And how many spaces is that, Sumar? Is that just what kind of acreage is that? I mean, that kind of might be worth it. And then we can all go to the Bahamas for wintertime. And when I say that, I mean without our RVs. Yeah, there are a lot of real estate opportunities out there, and it's just a matter of paying attention and being able to act when it happens. But you know, and I'm not thinking that everybody's going to be there is going to be, you know, a senior citizen. I'm thinking 40 years and older, basically past the time where you know, at the point where the kids go, you know, and empty nesters and that sort of thing. You know, those people would be fun. The people that are in their 40, 45, 50, and can still do labor. I'm awful. But what? I'm looking at something 390,004. 390,004. Okay, I don't know what that means on Saudi. But oh, not 39,000. I could have sworn that's what I was looking at was $39,000. $390,000 must be what it is. Which is still good. That's not good. I mean, it's good depending on how much space there is. You know, it's not helpful. And is that an RV park or is that just a bunch of land? Because in much of America, you can throw a stone in any direction and hit land for sale. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm not really interested in buying raw land ever. And that's because you've got to dig a well. You've got to do something about the sewer, either hook up to the city, which is muy expensive. And sometimes you're close enough to a city where they want you to hook up to their city water too. God only knows what that is. And you just lose a lot of controls. Plus, it takes you a long time to go through a lot of the committees and approval process in order to get stuff done. Sometimes you're digging a well that's 1,500 feet. And that's a long way down. And there is no guarantee that your water well isn't going to dry up. So, you know, it is the study of whatever aquifers are underneath the ground and things like that. There's a lot to raw land that is just hell no. Oh, developed for 4 RVs. Okay. That's Sue Moore. She says only $39,000, but small, developed for 4 RV slots. And that would be nice and intimate, and that might be something that somebody might be interested in. But no, I think I don't want to go as far as to say the more the merrier, but I think that more is merrier. I think if you have 4 people in an RV park, I can see how war could start. But with 100 people or 50 people or whatever it is, you know, you really, you got to work hard to piss them all off. So that's kind of the way I look at it. Everybody can always find a compatriot. So, God, that's all I've got on that subject. I really wasn't going to talk about that. I was really going to talk about Handbrake because I think it's rocks. So again, if anybody wants to talk about Handbrake, contact me. We'll set up a thing, a hangout like this. I'll put it up on the screen and show you exactly how it works. And I think that some of us will benefit from that. But not all of us. Some of us don't care. When I was on, you know, full-blown Wi-Fi at my house, I didn't care how long it took to upload.
Yeah, I have to agree with Sue. Why can't we just talk about it now?
Talk about, Handbrake now?
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I mean, is there a time limit here?
No, there really isn't. Let me find it. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, you entertain everybody while I go and mess with this thing down here.
Well, the only thing I can say about entertaining is that if you guys scroll back in the chat to Aaron of Southern California, I've learned to really respect Aaron's knowledge, and somewhere here he talks about the compression and the effects it's going to have. Aaron, can you just retype your thoughts if you're still listening? It would just be easier for everybody if we could reread it together as a group.
That's a good idea. I think that also it's something that everyone can experiment with at their leisure. For me, it is a definite solution. And
well, anybody on the road is going to have to come up with a solution.
exactly.
Because this situation as it currently stands is unmanageable.
Right. And that's kind of my point, is that some of us are full-timers, some of us want to be full-timers, some of us are part-timers but would really like to use the internet while we're out there. And the other thing that this comes in handy for is in RV parks, when you're utilizing their Wi-Fi, their upload speed is horrendous. And even with Handbrake, it takes a long time, like 15 or 20 minutes. With Handbrake, I can't even imagine what it would be, maybe 3 hours with, just sending it up from some kind of editing software.
Right.
Let me see. Let me see if I can bring it up. How do I do that? I want to go here. There we go. I want to go here. Okay, I want to go here, I want to go here, and I want to go here. Oops.
Actually, I need to apologize. It was Ozzy Okie, not Aaron this time, other than Aaron did make a comment about another topic. So.
Okay, is anybody seeing Handbrake in front of them?
Yeah,
yes.
I see your screen, yeah.
Okay. That's a full view. Basically, this is Handbrake. You order, it's free, and you download it. It didn't come with any of the mysterious, fun, funky stuff that most of those things come with. And I'm hoping everybody can see this, because I can't see anything other than the Handbrake screen. So, guide me. Basically, what you're going to do is you are going to, this is the opening page. You can see over here that it says normal. And that is basically for their default settings. Okay, so when you open up Handbrake, you'll see up here that it says source, and you're going to want to click on that. Now it's going to say you can open more than one folder or file, or you can open up a single video file. I'll open up a single video file. Now I'm going to go to my videos. Okay, and there's no reason why I just can't do this now. And I'm going to do, crap, which one am I going to do? Which one did I already do? Hold on. Okay, we'll just do this one. Okay, that's fine. It puts the one that you clicked on. This is the video that I've already edited. And we're going to click that to open it up, and then it's going to come right here. Now notice this is 11 minutes and 24 seconds. Okay, duration 11 minutes and 24 seconds. That's how long the video is. Now the next thing that you're going to want to do is look for a destination file. Now what I've done is I have created on my desktop a Handbrake destination file. Okay, so every time I want to do this, I put the video that I am handbraking into the same file. Okay, so I would click on, oh, this is tomorrow's video right here. Okay, I'm not actually gonna, here it is. It says Handbrake destination file. I save that. It says that it already exists. Do I want to replace it? Yes, I do. Okay, so here it is right here, Handbrake destination file. Now, you come down to output settings. MP4 stays the same. The next thing you're going to want to do is click the web optimized button. Okay, there aren't a lot of things to change. You're going to want to write these down. Web optimize, muy importante. So next we come down to this tab, which is our picture. What we're going to do here is you can leave this just like it is. Okay, you don't have to touch it. Okay, it takes a little longer. If you do none in the okay, somebody say that word, and then change the modulus to 16, it corresponds well with YouTube's program or their filters or settings. Filters are always off. Video can stay just like it is as it's set in the defaults. Audio, this, you can change the bit rate if you want. You just come down here. For those of you who understand bit rate, go ahead and put whatever bit rate you would like on your audio. I don't really know anything about it, so 160 sounds really great to me. All these other things stay exactly the same. This should always say AAC, okay, AV codec. Okay, so that's basically it. Okay, that's all you do. And when you're ready to go, up here, you hit start. And it compresses. I'm going to go ahead and hit start, but I'm going to stop it because I've already uploaded tomorrow's video and I don't want to lose it. You hit start. Current file already exists. You want to overwrite it, and I'm going to say yes. And then I'm going to panic and say stop. And it's finished and it didn't do anything. But this is basically Handbrake right here, and that's all there is to it. You put in your source, it sends it to the destination. You click on web optimized, okay, because it's going to the internet. For your picture, you can leave all of these default settings just exactly the way they are, okay, or you can change the anamorphic to none, or you can leave it at loose. That's what it comes at. You can change it to 16, or you can leave it at, I think it was 2. That is what the default is. You can't really screw this up, okay? And it compresses the file. It takes, this file would compress in, probably 3 minutes, okay? And then it comes up with a screen that says, done. Or actually it says queue finished, like right here. That's when your queue is finished. Then you just close the file. And hello, it's me. Are we still on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I just wondered if I was just talking to myself. I couldn't hear anybody breathing. But basically, that's all there is to it. It compresses the file. Then when you go to YouTube and you hit upload, you go to your destination file, which I just put on the desktop. You just go to that file, you click it, and YouTube takes it from there. And it's like 1 or 2 minutes. You're done.
And then what do you see in processing time?
1 or 2 minutes.
No, I mean once YouTube has it, and then YouTube spins and spins and says processing your video.
Right, 1 or 2 minutes.
Really?
Yes. That's why I wanted to tell everybody about this, because it cuts down on the time that YouTube is taking to process on your upload of your internet connection.
Okay.
Everybody got that?
Well, I'm having to think it through a little bit, but
I know. It's one of those things that I've thought it through for a long time.
Right.
Yarvi showed it to me, and that's what he was using, and he showed it to me, but he did it so fast that I was like, blah, 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 blah. I have no idea what you just did. But I had it up, I uploaded it to my computer, and then basically went on YouTube and said, utilizing Handbrake. And there were people there that had all of the parameters so that you could change the things to accommodate whatever it was that you're trying to do specifically. You know, if you're uploading a symphony or something, you know, it's going to be a different audio setting than just doing vocals.
Yeah, a narrative.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
I'll be here. Now I can look and see what we're doing. Empire and Pizza, Love It Dance, I no longer have my stuff. Okay. Only 3 minutes. Take about 15 to 20 minutes to convert. Let's see. Only 3 minutes. I'm serious. NW Hiker. The longest I have ever had one take to upload to YouTube was 8 minutes. Okay. 8 minutes on a MiFi. So, you know, obviously the stronger your internet connection, the faster it's going to upload. But I have been uploading for, well, I guess I've been using it for about 2 or 3 weeks, and I find it really beneficial. There are probably some instances, though I haven't run across them yet, where I would want to maybe not do that, but I can't imagine what it is. I'm not trying to be a professional. I'm not trying to be Spielberg. I'm just trying to get my point across, and okay, and that's all. Whatever it is that I'm doing, whatever it is I'm sharing, I'm just trying to get it uploaded. I don't want to spend my life uploading stuff because that takes a long time, and I don't know about anybody else, but I find that even when I'm uploading on the internet, it slows the, whatever that capacitor thing is inside my computer, and everything runs a little bit slower because I'm trying to upload to YouTube, and it just makes me crazy. But anyway, let's see, it's 5:30, so it's been an hour and a half. If anyone has any questions about Handbrake, you know, send them to me. If anybody wants more instruction on it, let me know. As far as the property, if everybody who is interested in this kind of lifestyle would look, that would be great. LoopNet is a resource. There's also like RV campgrounds for sale or something on the internet. Okay, and NW Hiker, I'm going to say 500 megabyte file. What does that convert down to? I don't know. I don't know. I can't even figure out how many gigabytes I'm using per month. Now you want me to break down megabytes into Handbrake? Just download Handbrake and, you know, find out for yourself. I haven't paid that much attention, quite honestly, of how big the files are other than in time. I haven't been looking at pixels or any of that crap that I don't need to know. I don't want to know. Let's see, same here, drives me nuts. It takes so long. I'm on LTE by Coos Bay. Oh, hello. And we're just down the street from each other. So have a screaming fast internet here. Okay, then it's going to take you like, you know, 30 seconds. The fastest I ever had one was I was typing in the title, you know, on the YouTube thing, you know, RV Lady Season 2, whatever, and it was done. I didn't even get to the end of that, and it was done. So this is absolutely the way to go.
Now, do you see it being helpful when you don't have the greatest internet connection, or have you always used it when you have a really strong internet connection?
I have used it when I have kind of like a medium.
Okay. Okay.
Obviously, the better your signal, the faster the upload.
Right.
The weaker your signal, the longer it's going to take, and the no amount of condensing is going to save you.
I'm thinking of these folks that boondock, and they only get 3 out of 4
Right.
No kind of
That's me.
situation. Or 2 out of 4.
Yeah, what do I have right now? I think I only have 3G now. Waiting, waiting, waiting. I'm supposed to have 4G. It actually doesn't say. But on my little MiFi thing, I only have 3 bars.
Right, right.
Oh, 2 and 3 bars. So I don't even have all the bars.
So you're definitely showing a piece of software that has been helpful when you don't have full capacity internet.
Absolutely. And it's even more fabulous when you do.
Yeah, yeah. For those of us that are on a hard line, you ought to be just a godsend.
Okay, my dog is telling me that time's up.
Hello. Hello. How is the adjustment going?
Oh, great. You know, it's like she's been with me for a really, really long time.
Have you had dogs, or is this your first dog experience?
Yeah, no, I've had dogs.
Okay.
Today, actually, the 16th of August is exactly 1 year that I had my German Shepherd Sable put down.
Yeah.
And that's because she had a tumor on her heart. And so I've already done my morning cry. I cry about her all the time, but I've done my memorial crying. And now I just want to think of her fondly always.
And
so I want to thank you for participating, Deb. And I want to thank everyone for coming to the Hangout. And I hope you all had a good time and it was informative. I will probably see you all next Sunday at 4 o'clock. And if I put out the call, I may need somebody to host. So if I put out the call, pay attention. I'll put it out by Thursday. No, I'll put it out by Wednesday if I need somebody to handle it. And if somebody wants to do it, let me know.
Well, I'm always available because I'm landlocked, so I've got a stable connection.
Oh, excellent. Okay. See, all you have to do is say, yes, I'll do it. Sundays, 4 o'clock, hour and a half. And, then let everybody go on with their evenings.
Right.
Basically.
All
right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening, and I'll see y'all next week, I hope. Bye.